We live in a loud and bustling world where constant connection seems to be a necessity. But amidst the whirlwind of life, have you ever paused and taken time for yourself? The Stoic philosophers taught us that true happiness doesn't come from external things, but from inner control and self-understanding. And to achieve that, we need precious moments of quietude. Whether you're a vibrant extrovert or a quiet introvert, spending time alone isn't isolation, but an opportunity to nurture your soul and grow as a person. In this video, we'll explore the wonderful benefits of spending time alone and why you should prioritize it, even if you're an extreme extrovert. Let's discover the power of stillness together and learn to enjoy those precious moments of solitude, because sometimes it's in solitude that we find the deepest connection with ourselves. If you enjoyed what you just watched and want to continue this journey of self-discovery with us, please take a second to hit the subscribe button now. Statistics show that only 15% of viewers subscribe, and we don't want to miss the chance to connect with you. And if you know someone who is single and could benefit from this message, please share this video with them. Who knows, this might be just what they need to discover the beauty of independence and enjoy those precious moments of being alone. Number 1. In stillness, the mind finds restoration. The ancient Stoic philosophers well understood the value of taking time for oneself. They recognized that just as the body needs rest after a day of labor, the mind also requires moments of quietude to regenerate and recover. In today's bustling world where constant connection seems inevitable, seeking tranquility is more important than ever. Imagine your brain as a computer operating at full capacity. When you interact with others, process information, make decisions, and adjust your behavior to fit your surroundings, that computer is working hard. Like any computer, if it runs continuously for extended periods without rest, it will start to overload, leading to decreased performance and even breakdowns. Similarly, your brain also needs time to shut down and recover. When you're alone, you free your mind from the pressures of social interaction, allowing it to focus on vital internal processes like information processing, memory consolidation, and creativity. Think about those times when you feel exhausted after a long day of work or a social gathering. That's a sign that your brain has reached its limit and needs a break. If you ignore these signals and continue to push yourself, you can fall into a state of chronic stress, leading to mental and physical health problems. Conversely, when you take time for yourself, you allow your brain to recharge. You can relax, reflect on life, explore personal interests, or simply do nothing. These quiet moments not only help you feel refreshed, but also enhance your ability to focus, be creative, and solve problems. Remember, taking care of your mental health is just as important as taking care of your physical health. Don't hesitate to make time for yourself, even if you're a dynamic extrovert. By listening to the needs of your body and mind, you'll be able to live a more balanced and fulfilling life. Number 2. In solitude, creativity blossoms. Stoic philosophers from Marcus Aurelius to Seneca emphasize the importance of introspection and self-reflection. They understood that in the stillness of the mind, creative ideas can sprout and flourish. Just as a garden needs space for plants to grow, the mind also needs moments of quietude for the seeds of creativity to be sown and bloom. The modern world, with its constant hustle and bustle and endless connectivity, often pulls us into a vortex of external stimuli. The noise of the city, the incessant notifications on our phones, the never-ending conversations, all of these can fill our minds, causing creative ideas to drown in a sea of information. That's why spending time alone, away from external distractions, is crucial for those engaged in creative work. When we are alone, our minds are free to wander, connecting seemingly unrelated ideas and creating new and unique combinations. Think of the great artists, musicians, and writers throughout history. They often sought solitude to nurture their creative inspiration. Beethoven composed his immortal symphonies in the quiet of his small room. Virginia Woolf penned her classic novels in solitary hours at her seaside home. And Steve Jobs, who revolutionized the technology industry, often spent time meditating alone to seek groundbreaking ideas. Science has also shown that solitude can boost creativity. Studies have revealed that when we are alone, the brain activates the default mode network, allowing the mind to wander and make new connections. This is when the most creative ideas emerge. However, not everyone feels comfortable being alone. For some, solitude can bring feelings of discomfort and anxiety. But if we view solitude as an opportunity to explore our inner world, to listen to our deepest thoughts and feelings, we will find that it is not as scary as we think. Try to spend some time alone each day. Turn off your phone, close your laptop, and let your mind wander freely. You can take a walk in the park, meditate, write in a journal, or simply lie on your bed and stare at the ceiling. You'll be surprised by the unexpected creative ideas you can find in these quiet moments. Remember, creativity is not a gift reserved for a lucky few. It is a potential within each of us as long as we know how to tap into and nurture it. And sometimes all we need is a little bit of quiet and solitude. Number 3. True freedom in solitude. The ancient Stoic philosophers taught that true freedom lies not in doing whatever you want, but in the ability to live by your own principles and values, uninfluenced by the opinions or expectations of others. And in solitude, we find the perfect space to practice this freedom. When you're alone, you become the captain of your own ship. There are no prying eyes, no judgments, no expectations to meet. You're free to choose what you want to do, what you want to think, and what you want to feel. This is an opportunity to explore your deepest interests and passions, things you may have put aside to please others. You can spend hours reading your favorite book, painting a picture, playing music, or simply meditating and enjoying the silence. In solitude, you no longer have to worry about bothering anyone or adjusting your behavior to fit in. You can freely express your true self without the need to hide or pretend. This freedom also allows you to set your own rules and boundaries. You can decide when you want to work, when you want to rest, and who you want to spend time with. You no longer have to live by someone else's schedule or get caught up in activities you don't truly enjoy. Of course, freedom doesn't mean indulging in fleeting desires. On the contrary, it requires discipline and self-control. When you're alone, you are fully responsible for your actions. You must be able to make wise choices that align with your values and long-term goals. However, the reward for this self-discipline is priceless. When you learn to live by your own rules, you will feel a profound sense of freedom and fulfillment. You will no longer be bound by the expectations of others, but will be able to live an authentic life that reflects your true self. So cherish those moments of solitude. Use them to explore yourself, nurture your passions, and live a free and meaningful life. Because in solitude, we not only find peace, but also discover ourselves. Number 4. Nurturing yourself, cultivating relationships. Ancient Stoic philosophers believed that to live a fulfilling and meaningful life, we need to cultivate healthy and supportive relationships. However, they also recognize that before we can truly be present and contribute to others, we must first take good care of ourselves. Imagine yourself as a cup. If the cup is empty, you cannot pour water for anyone else. Similarly, if you are mentally and emotionally drained, you want to be able to provide genuine support and love to those around you. Taking time for yourself is not selfish, but a necessary act of self-care. When you're alone, you have the opportunity to listen to your deepest needs, address negative emotions, and recharge your energy. You can focus on self-development, pursue personal passions, and build a solid foundation for your own happiness. When you feel whole and balanced, you will be able to show up more authentically and positively in your relationships. You will have the energy to listen, understand, and support others effectively. You will be able to bring joy and encouragement to your loved ones instead of becoming a burden to them. Furthermore, spending time apart from the people you care about can also help you appreciate them more. When you are not constantly in their presence, you will have the opportunity to miss them and value their presence in your life. Distance can strengthen the bond and love in relationships. Remember, you can't pour from an empty cup. Prioritize taking care of yourself so that you can become the best version of yourself and build strong, meaningful relationships. Number 5. Solitude helps us enhance self-awareness. Solitude, if embraced with wisdom, is a powerful tool for self-discipline and strengthening self-awareness. In moments of being alone, we are no longer influenced by the noise of the outside world, no longer dependent on the judgments or expectations of others. We have the opportunity to return to our core nature, confront our innermost thoughts, and explore our inner self. Stoicism teaches that facing ourselves without avoidance is essential to understanding our true essence. Have you ever sat down, resisting the distractions of the surrounding world, and truly asked yourself, what are my strengths? What are my weaknesses? Do the goals I pursue genuinely reflect the values I hold dear, or are they just a chase after empty illusions? It takes courage to honestly assess ourselves, for we do not always like what we see. Yet this is the only path to attain inner peace and tranquility. Stoicism encourages self-awareness not merely for the sake of fleeting happiness, but to understand that true happiness does not arise from external factors, but from being content with oneself and living in harmony with nature. Knowing what truly makes us happy is not about seeking immediate pleasures, but about deeply understanding the values we pursue and living a life guided by reason, steadfast in moral principles. Self-awareness, according to Stoic thought, is the profound understanding of one's purpose in life, unaffected by external influences, but directed towards alignment with one's true nature. When we know clearly what we want and why we want it, meaningless temptations and desires from the outside world lose their power to sway us. Life is no longer a series of days chasing illusions, but becomes a path leading to spiritual freedom. In this way, we not only live better but also live rightly, in accordance with our nature and reason.